This assignment is practice in thinking critically. Have the picture of the potential crime scene, the information about Anton Karazai, and the chart for evidence, warrant, and conclusion in front of you while viewing this presentation. You'll be using this method to evaluate sources for credibility later on. This is the scene of Anton's death. Look closely at the room. We know Anton was depressed because he stated in his journal, which is laying on the table, that he had been sad for weeks. He may have been sad enough to commit suicide. Let's put that information in the chart. The evidence is what is seen in the picture or the information given in the explanation. The rule or warrant is what happens as a rule. The conclusion is what the evidence and warrant show us. Now look at the chart. The evidence is Anton said in his journal that he had been sad for many weeks. The warrant or rule is that people who are sad for a long period of time can become suicidal. We can conclude from this that Anton had the potential for suicide. Notice I did not say he committed suicide, but had the potential to commit suicide. At this point, we can't say for sure what happened. Now look at the picture again. The stool is in a place right under the cord he is hanging from, yet he would have had to jump what looks like a couple of feet to reach the cord. That doesn't make sense if he committed suicide. A 90-year-old man who stated he is weak would not have had the strength to jump that far, pull himself up, and tie a noose around his neck. Let's add that information to the chart. The evidence is Anton is hanging far enough from the stool that he would have had to jump to get the cord to tie around his neck. The warrant is that it would be impossible for 90-year-old Anton, who is weak, to be able to jump that high or hang onto the cord and tie it around his neck. The conclusion is Anton could not have tied the cord around his own neck. Someone else had to have done it. Now you finish the chart. Find as much evidence as you can about this case, writing down each bit of evidence, each warrant, and each conclusion. All of these should lead you to a final conclusion of whether or not Anton committed suicide or was murdered. Then write 3 paragraphs in MLA format and academic language telling what the evidence is, what the warrants to that evidence are, and the conclusion to each of these, and a final conclusion of what happened.